welcome to the Emporium Outdoors. My name's Michael and today we're going to do some exploring on the little KVF 360. So today we have planned an overnight camp. We're going to be using the little slide-in truck box camper for tonight. But I do have a new diesel heater that I'm going to be testing out and I hope it works because it's probably going to get down to maybe -20 tonight. At the moment it's around 11 o'clock in the morning and it's -15, so that kind of tracks about right. Normally 5 degrees overnight. We've got probably about 6 inches of snow on the ground, so not terrible. And we're going to go off and see if we can harvest some grouse, go through some of the trails, take a look-see, and yeah, see what the first real snow and the first real winter trip is going to look like this year. So if that sounds like fun, then you're welcome to come along with me. So this is the little KVF 360 and it's doing a pretty good job in this snow. As you can see the depth there. Does have 4x4 front and rear lockers, which is really good. And the most important thing, I have a winch. And I also have a backup pole starter, which is great. This is an incredible Bush ATV. It's very light, easy to maneuver. I can just lift the back end if I need to. I did bring the sled, I'm not sure why. And I've got quite a bit of storage up front. And I've got these little panniers too. So yeah, this all goes from 2007. And I think it has about 2,800 kilometers now. So lots of life left in it. Could do with a bit of a wash though, I'm just noticing. So for me, I've got my Fjallraven hat on. I think it's called the Singy hat or something like that, Singy heater. Keep my head nice and warm. I've got a little pull-up mask as well. Nice warm neck scarf. And this is merino wool, really like that, from Vosterlecker. And I'm still using my $60 Princess Auto outfit, the actual top and the pants as well. It actually works really good. These are the German winter gloves. German winter gloves, fantastic. If you can get a hold of a pair of these are the warmest, most practical gloves I've actually ever used. They're exceptional. And if you take a look down at my feet, you'll see I've got these are the N1B US Air Force cold weather mucklucks. And oh man, these are so nice. These are like walking around in a pair of slippers. I love these things so much. The only thing to consider with this type of muckluck, even though it has a rubber type outer bottom sole, is you have to have like temperatures below -10 Celsius, or else the cotton fabric will get wet. So you need to kind of pick when you use them, but today's actually perfect and by far the warmest footwear you can use. Forget anything you've read about different types of boots, etc. Mucklucks are 100% the best way to go. Your feet need to move around. It's circulation. The more your foot can move back and forth and inside the boot, the warmer your foot's going to be. If you have a really tight boot and you compress the insulation, your foot will get cold. But with these things, it feels like I'm wearing a pair of house slippers. It's quite incredible. All right, the trail is that way. Well, been looking around for some grouse, but they're pretty thin on the ground. I didn't see any sign actually, so I think they're back in the bush. But I'm going to just stop briefly. I'm going to have a nice drink, I think, something warm. And yeah, beautiful day. But let me show you what I have to make a nice cup of tea. So this is some gear that I picked up actually a long time ago. If you go back on my channel, it's the Tok's little stove, wood stove. That's just the cup. So that's the cup I'm going to use. Right there for my snow melt. And in here is actually the stove. So it's very simple, it just has 3 components to it. I gotta remember how this goes now. It goes this way there. Yeah, that's it. So it just sits in like so. It's a little hole in the front. You put your fire in the bottom and you can just rest your mug on the top. So yeah, I haven't used this for quite a while actually. So it'd be nice to give it another go. They still sell these. There's 2 versions. I think there's a small one and a large one. I think this is the large one, but don't quote me on that. But these little stick cells work great, especially if you're surrounded by wood like I am. So let's get it fired up. Yeah, it should be enough to get started with, and I don't have to go far to get more. So it's going to add some of this dried grass as well. So I always carry birch bark in a pocket somewhere, and this is the ultimate survival material. If you're out in the cold and you need to get a fire going, this is about the best thing around. Okay, this is my fire lighting pouch. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get this going. She's coming up. So that wasn't too bad to actually get up and lit. If you have the right stuff and you prepare everything, fire's not too much of a challenge, even with a ferrocerium rod. But it's all in the prep. Need to have everything ready to go. I remember with this stove, the reason I didn't use it too much is because it's pretty unstable. Like, it's wiggling under the ground at the moment, under the snow. So it keeps wanting to lean over. So this is the original pack that I used to wear way back in the day. And I actually dug it out again because I bought that Sasika, whatever it's called, front pack, the binocular pack. And although I liked it, the stuff in the front pouch, the way I was using it, it's really designed for binoculars. The front pouch, the way that you can secure it, the fasteners, wasn't very good. So the top would pop open. I was afraid I was going to lose my camera equipment. So I dug around, found this. I had to actually enlarge it quite a bit because of obviously the winter clothes, etc. And maybe I've got a little bit bigger, who knows. I think it's more the clothing, if I'm honest. But yeah, I just extended it so the straps fit and now it works great. I've got lots of kind of room in it. So I have 3 packs, the Sasika one, I'll put them up here. The Numbat from Helicon Tex, which I do like, but has the same kind of problem, is it's very restrictive. It needs to be let out in order to put it over winter clothing. But this actually, now I'm using it again. Oh, it's good. I just like that I've got everything in here. You got 2 pockets at the front, and then these big zips open up, and inside you've got some little pockets as well. But I carry all my survival stuff in here. The knife I'm using today is a Victorinox Hunter. And it's one of my favourite knives. It's a single-handed opener, like so, and it has the gut hook on the other side, and it also has a little saw as well. And it's a liner lock, and just on the back the only thing it has is a like a Phillips screwdriver on the other end. There are some blanks in this thing where they could have put more in it. Like, it would have been nice just to have, I don't know, something like a shotgun. So it would have been getting cold. Oh. So it would have been nice if they had included something like a shotgun choke, wrench, or something else. Just, I think 3-4 tools is a little light for a multi-tool. Like I say, when they have space to put some other stuff in. But I do like it for the purpose that it was built for, which is hunting. It's actually quite nice. The only downside with using something like a folder for processing game is it can get pretty dirty and they can be a real pain to clean. With a fixed blade, you don't have that problem. You can easily wipe it down, but I've used this for a few deer, and I do have to spend some time kind of cleaning it out with a brush, etc. So apart from that, I like it very much. So stuff worked out okay. Like I say, the real downside to that is it's very unstable, and it did actually tip over partway through. But that's okay. But it's time to get moving anyway. I'm going to try the manual start. See if this thing will fire up. Yep. That's the beauty of having a manual start backup. Oh girl. Alrighty, let's get going. So we're inside the crappy camper. Had a really good day of riding. It's fun. I just love riding the ATV in the snow. I know I've got a Polaris Ranger North Star with the heat and everything else, but there's nothing that connects you to the outside than just riding with a little skiff of snow in your face and just going for it. I just love it. But then again, I ride motorcycles, so having that kind of freedom and control is kind of nice rather than just sat with a steering wheel. You really do kind of feel connected to the outside. So that was great. Just filmed part of the video for the diesel heater, the RougeRV, and that'll be posted separately. But I can tell you a little bit about it here. We've got it all set up. Super simple to set up, came with all the right equipment in the box. It's a top tier product. It's a little bit more expensive than your average diesel heater, but what you get is worth the money. Like, they didn't cheap out. They use stainless steel. They developed a good app for your phone to control it, etc. The remote's good. Everything about it is good quality. So I'm actually very impressed. I was a little bit skeptical because I looked at the price they were selling them for and was like, yeah, okay, it's got to be pretty good for that money. But when you actually add up all the accessories that they've included, including the 110 to 12 volt power adapter, which you would have to buy separately, and they're like $50–60 anyway, and that comes with it, I would totally do it. I think it's everything that you need in one box, really. Like I said, the only thing I found a bit of a problem was the cable. The 12 volt to XT60 connector was a little bit short. Apart from that, it's minor, but it's running great, and in here is really warm. So if you haven't seen my crappy camper from the inside before, this is what it looks like. This is my Woods -45 sleeping bag. Love this thing. Has actually 3 layers in here, so you can unzip it for different seasons. It's huge and bulky. I love this thing. But yeah, this is kind of how it looks at the moment. It's nice and warm, thankfully. I've got my little rope light up here. You can see. And yeah, all my cooking stations on the other side. Still kind of working through all the stuff I have to do with the camper. Thank you for all the people that left comments and ideas. I really appreciate it. There was a couple in there that I actually totally forgot about, which was, don't forget to insulate the floor. That skipped my mind. I'm debating what to do with the walls. I was going to kind of take them all off. I might take a couple of the panels off and then actually put the panels back. I might insulate, then use the same panels. And then what I'm going to do is use like a vinyl stick-on plank to go over the top. All this has got to come out. this stuff here. This is where the camper actually is here. This is like an add-on. So another really good idea that came out was this section here. So this is where my fridge is. But I was thinking about having something that rotated out and then a plate went over top. And someone recommended just have a pull-out. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Just have a little pull-out, pulls out so I can put my next piece of mattress in. And that's done. It's going to be a little wider once I take these pieces out, obviously, on both sides. I'm figuring out what to do with that. Do I need to add storage space there or do I not? I guess the reason it's built this way is because if you're sat on here, having it this wide, it's probably only a foot. You need it a little bit wider so you can actually sit comfortably. So this is what this is for. But does it need to go all the way down to the ground? Or could I make it into a little shelf that I could pop up and down? I'm not sure. Not sure. Or I could just have it, yeah, I don't know. You could have it so it's swung out. Yeah, so a lot of ideas. I just need to get time to actually sit down and strip it down. Once I start working on it, I'm not going to be able to use it. And I do have some other camping trips coming up. I'm waiting for a new tent from One Tigerist that they're going to be sending me out. So winter, it's kind of a dome type tent, one I haven't used before. Very interested to see how that's going to work. So want to do that. I want to do another bivvy camp as well. I want to take out a different sleeping bag, a different big bivvy, and do some snowshoeing and get to way back in the bush. And I should do a polk and snowshoe trip. That's probably coming up maybe first, I think. The reason I'm trying to do this more, I don't want to say hardcore, but more kind of solo stuff at the moment is because obviously Esme's no longer with me. She unfortunately, she died. So there's only really me. We do have Amy, the new dog, but she's too young. Yeah, she doesn't like getting her feet cold because she's never experienced winter before. She was born in September. So she's probably thinking, oh my God, what have I got myself into? How long does this winter last? I haven't got the heart to tell her it's 6 months. But she won't be ready to go out in the bush for an overnight camp for a couple of months, I would say. But we're already training her up. We've got snowshoes for her, little dog shoes. I could never get Esme to wear them. She'd just kick them off or rip them off. But Amy, as a pup, we just put them on and she seems happy with them. So it's all about introducing your dog to things early on and they'll take to it a lot easier. But she's a delightful dog, as well as Lizzie as well. They're getting along really good. They like to wrestle and play now. And I can see that bond starting to develop. So that's really good news. So yeah, we're just going to be camping out for the night. So I didn't catch any grouse today, so we're going to have to figure something out for supper. I think I've got some noodles, one of those noodle pot things, which I like, as well as I've got some ciabatta and some bologna and cheese and whatnot, so that might work too. But I'm going to kick back. I've got my Anchor speaker, my Bluetooth speaker, and just listening to some podcasts, kicking back. And yeah, I want to get some night shots. Hopefully, if the clouds disperse, we might be able to get something good. But we'll do a nice overnight camp. I'm very excited about the new diesel heater. I think that's going to make the camper so much better. Just having reliable heat. I had reliable heat, but this is just better. I can set timers and stuff, which is really, really cool. So I'm very pleased about that. So I'm going to kick back for a little while. If you have any questions about the diesel heater, like I say, it's going to be a separate video probably. But if you see this video and you want to look at the other one too, if you have any questions, you can leave them at either spot. I'll be happy to answer those for you. So back to my podcast for a little while. So it's been a very relaxing evening. I listened to a couple of podcasts and actually a bit of a snooze. And now it's time for bed. So little camper is still nice and warm. The heat is doing great so far. It's just super warm. It's good. Still at the 2 kilowatt level. Didn't change it. And I think we're heading down to like -18 right now. So we'll see how it works out. But I'm going to hit the sack and I'll see you in the morning. Have a good night. Well, good morning everyone. It's 7 o'clock in the morning and we have 45% battery left. So that's pretty darn good. 14 and a half hours been running the heater. And yeah, it didn't skip a beat. I had it on the lowest setting and it's t-shirt weather in here. It's not 20 degrees. It's probably more like 15, I would say. Temperature outside is minus 17. I think the lowest last night was like minus 18, I think. So not super cold, but certainly cold enough to need heat. All the windows are frost free, which is great. And yeah, I can now crank it up a little bit if I wish. I'm going to go outside in a second, just check how much fuel's left, because I'm kind of curious about that. And yeah, we'll kind of work out how long that ran for, how much fuel it consumed, etc. But yeah, it's been very, very good. Didn't fail on me and didn't drain the battery, which is awesome. Now I just need to get the kettle on, get some breakfast. Quite hungry. This might be a little hard to see, but we're down to the 2 litre mark. So that's not bad. So the way I normally use the diesel heater is I turn it off during the night and then just have it on in the morning and before I go to sleep. And that 5 litre tank would have lasted me at least 2 nights, maybe 3. But obviously it's a new product. I want to give it a really good test. And it's done great. It's ran all through the night. It's very efficient and very pleased with it. Very good performance. So this morning we have a egg, sausage and bacon on a ciabatta. And a nice cup of coffee. Yeah, just confirm the temperature on the truck. Minus 17, so I think I'm pretty accurate. I think I did see minus 18 at one point last night. So even so, at the lowest setting, you know, it's very, very nice in here with the diesel heater. Yeah, it's so nice to be warm and camping out in the winter. Who knew? Okay, I'm going to have my breakfast. So that's the end of the video. We've come to the end of our little camping trip. I hope you've had a good time following along. We did some really important testing as far as the camp is concerned. Plus we had some fun out on the ATV, so I really enjoyed it. If you also like my content, don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, take care. That was a very enjoyable trip and everything worked out exactly as it should. I really enjoyed testing the diesel heater and you'll see that in up and coming videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching. If you like my videos, leave me a comment, maybe a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe.